Up next here in WFS, the biggest international matchup we have, fan favorite Brazilian Vitor Silva against the New York Shogun, all the way from the United States, Richie Edwards.
Now, Richie Edwards is a real pit bull of a fighter. He's strong, he's durable, but he's also an orthodox. Now, you said Vitor the fan favorite, but it's a real test for him tonight.
Vitor's been working on his kickboxing a lot down in Thailand. Also got a Brazilian jiu-jitsu pedigree, but the New York Shogun can bang. Great wrestling all over the place. Good submissions as well, as we saw in his WFS debut. Malcolm, I think this is going to be a really exciting one that could be round of the year or fight of the year.
Don't go anywhere. It's coming right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our featherweight matchup. Please welcome Vitor Silva.
One of our big three bouts this evening is an exceptional international matchup in the featherweight division. Brazil versus the United States of America, and Vitor Silva, a favorite here at Warrior Fight Series, making his way to the cage with a big smile as he reaches the cage apron.
And one of the things about Silva is that he has been hard at work improving his skills since the last time we saw him in WFS. Out in Thailand working the Muay Thai, training out of Fight City here in London, working there with Alan Pozo, a high-level Carlson Gracie black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I think one of the things that we're going to see here tonight is a renewed, reinvigorated, and very focused Vitor Silva.
Yes, Warrior Fight Series, as we said, it is a fantastic... When you look at all the elements of Warrior Fight Series, you've got the fantastic grounding for the amateurs, you've got the professionals, but they also always manage to get some intriguing international matchups as well. And you talk about a reinvigorated Vitor, but he hasn't chosen a Warrior Fight Series easy comeback, has he?
Not at all. And that's what I love about Vitor. He never shies away from contest, from a war or a battle. He's a martial artist through and through. Improves his skills, and more importantly, looks on putting performances that matter, that are meaningful. And if he gets the win tonight against Richie Edwards, that'll be anything. That'll be everything like that should be.
And his opponent. Please welcome Richie Edwards.
Big pop as Richie Edwards stands on the ring apron here, ready to make his way in. The American, and a really dynamic, exciting fighter.
Very well-rounded, lean, cut, physically well-conditioned, cardio, jiu-jitsu, offensive and defensive wrestling, and then there's that boxing. Crazy hands, really good alternating combinations to the body and the head, and an underrated kicking game in my opinion. Look at Greg Wooten there in the corner, one of the very best Muay Thai coaches in England, and also a very high-level competitor there in Ashley Grimshaw. You see Mickey Pappas behind him. You couldn't have a better corner.
I was just about to say, that's some team with young Ashley there and Mickey as well. And as you said, for me, when we looked at this, what an intriguing international matchup that epitomizes Warrior Fight Series at the moment, and one of our top three bouts tonight.
And Richie Edwards, I think, has taken, again, similar to Vitor, a lot of time to train, improve, get better, put in the hard work. Both these guys are veterans. They've had a lot of fights. They know what it takes to win. And like I said earlier, where Vitor's looking for a memorable and meaningful performance, so too for the New York Shogun. America versus Brazil. Both men know what is at stake. It's going down tonight here at London's Yorkhall.
And ready to make it official, Buddy Showtime Johnson.
WFS Warrior Fight Series. We are ready for 3 5-minute rounds in the professional featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man stands 5 feet 7 inches and weighed in officially at 70.6 kilograms with 3 wins and just 5 defeats from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Vitor Vendetta Silva. And his opponent in the red corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches and weighing officially at 70.9 kilograms with 3 wins and just 4 defeats from New York City by way of London, England. He is Richie the New York Shogun, Edwards! When the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. David Swan.
The cage doors locked. 3 5-minute rounds in prospect. Silva versus Edwards. Southpaw stance, and Edwards comes straight through with that left hand double jab, brings the left straight into play.
Good connection there, but Vitor eats it like it's lunch.
He had to eat that left round kick as well very early. Edwards come out fast and furious here.
But Vitor loves to stand in trade. He loves to move and dart around the ring. I think that movement-based striking would be wise against Richie.
Well, vicious intent already from Richie. Nice movement from both men as well. And orthodox versus southpaw here as we start. And that left hand comes right through once more from Edwards.
And right now, a little bit of a tentative feeling out process as far as the timing goes and reading patterns as to who's going to throw what when.
Well, Silva went for the leaping Superman punch, but was out of range. And if it lands, it's superb, but it can leave you vulnerable.
Swing and a miss with the high point Mawashi Gary there from Vitor Silva. Stepping in with the kick very nicely is Edwards.
He's stepping forward again, and he's looking to set up that left hand with intent. He throws the jab and then comes, but that's the one. That left round kick
flying
landed.
knee. And
Chris,
Edwards connects, man.
That left round kick took the wind right out of Silva. He's done so well to recover because Edwards landed one earlier and he landed again so solidly. And Silva grimaced, took the knee as well. Wow, he should have been out of there, but he's still there.
That looks so close for a second there. I think Edwards also thought he was done, but Vitor recovered, attacked. Fight fire with fire.
Superb recovery. He really did do well there to eat that because he took that left round kick earlier in the round as well, and it was heavy that time. And then, as you said, the follow-up knee, and Vitor took both.
And Silva now tied up in the clinch, I think, needs to try to get off the wire here. He doesn't want to get eaten up by the bodywork of Edwards. I know Silva had to cut a lot of weight for this fight. It was an opponent swap for Edwards, but Silva has been in training camp, so you know, the cardio should be there, but it's always more difficult to have to cut weight quicker. Edwards using good head pressure here in the clinch, going up with the right hand as well as around and over the guard.
And they were stinging punches there, and Vitor grimaced once more. He's had to take a lot early in this bout already. And Edwards again frees that right hand, and the left knee comes up twice. Vitor backs off, but Edwards forging forward once more, and he's down again. It was inevitable here, and it's like a piston, that right hand. And suddenly it's all over. I'm telling you, Vitor backed off. He was stung. Edwards was having none of it. He was relentless. He was like a train coming forward. And to be fair to Vitor, although it's a first round stoppage, because he ate so much earlier that finally it took its toll. Edwards was relentless in that pursuit.
Magnificent performance there from Edwards, and what a triumphant return to WFS. It's been some time, so you had to ask questions about the psychological and emotional effects of fighting. I think the Shogun answered it in spades tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee called the stoppage to this bout at 2 minutes 48 seconds of the first round. Your winner by TKO, Richie, the New York Shogun, Edwards.
I am here with the New York Shogun, Richie Edwards, a triumphant return to WFS here tonight at London's Yorkhall. The crowd loving it. An incredible finish there in the first round for you.
Shit was crazy. Yeah, he was tough. He came with it, but I knew I would break him down. I knew I was the better guy. Striking wise, I mean, I got Greg Wooten, I got Ashley Grimshaw, Mickey Pappas. I mean, I got the best guys in the fucking country. Just hard work. It's been a tough road for me. And 2 years since I've last been on the show. Injuries, pullouts. Like I had a pullout on this show. Someone's supposed to fight me and I'm cutting weight and I don't want to fight. But hats off to Vitor for taking the fight. I'm just happy, man, to be in this cage again and fucking smash it.
Now, Richie, you mentioned the journey. I know you've been working hard on your skills. You talk about having Greg there in the corner, a very high-level kickboxer. You got Ashley, of course, not to mention Mickey Pappas. Tell us about that journey. Tell us about that time off and what it felt like to come back home tonight to London.
It wasn't really time off. I feel like I've been in a training camp for the past 2 years. And just, injuries, personal issues and stuff like that. And anyone that actually knows me knows what I've gone through to get to this point. So to have people like that in my corner, how can I not win? How can I not?
Richie, you put in the hard work. You came here tonight to perform, and you made a statement. The return of the New York Shogun, Richie Edwards.